Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jamila and today we are doing a newer video for my channel. This video is going to be my February TBR list for February. So yes, we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. First of all, it is Black History Month, so I wanted to read books by Black authors or people of color of some sort this month. So that's what we're doing. So we have quite a few books here, but we should be able to get through them. So the first book I felt was really necessary was Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson. This is like, I guess you could call it is an autobiography of him. I read this book 2 years ago and I felt like it was so important to read this again. Bryan Stevenson is a lawyer. And he works with, let me get it correct first. It doesn't say. Basically, he has a, he founded the Equal Justice Initiative, which is a organization that basically investigates people who are on death row. And yeah, he was able to get quite a few people off of death row and things of that nature, improve their innocence, and it's such a amazing book. He actually helped Walter McMillian get off of death row, who was sentenced to die for a murder he clearly didn't commit. He spent 20-something years on death row. I have his book up there, but I don't feel like getting it. He spent 20-something years on death row, and I read that book. It was so good. So yes, I felt like I needed to read this again, so that is the first book on there. And this book is called Just Mercy. It is also a movie out that came out like 2 years ago as well. So yes, if you don't read the book, go look up the movie. It's so good. Michael B. Jordan plays in that one. So there's that. Next we have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I think this is written by, well, I think this is a romance. It says that love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah Wade found that love alone couldn't solve everything. It couldn't save their marriage. I think this is about a divorced couple who somehow starts maybe falling back in love. It's like some type of romance situation. So there's that one. The next we have The Day the Street Stood Still by Jaquavius Coleman, and this is a urban fiction book. And I'm sure I've read so many books by Jaquavius Coleman that I'm sure it's some type of hood gangster drug dealing situation going on. So these are always quick reads, and this book is super small. So yeah, it says one murder changed the streets of Flint, Michigan forever. So yes, we'll see. That's gonna be really juicy. Next we have Ace of Spades by, I cannot pronounce this, Farida. I cannot pronounce the name, but you guys can see it on the screen. And I will link all these books down below. But this book, I first saw it on the Clockwork Reader, her YouTube. It's supposed to be a dark academia book. Yeah, so they say it is, it says when two private academy students, Devon Richards and Shameka Adebayo, are selected to be a part of the elite school senior prefects, it looks like their year's automation start. After all, not only does it look great on college applications, but it officially puts them in the running for valedictorian too. And then I think it's supposed to be like Gossip Girl meets some other like show. It's like very Gossip Girl but with black characters, I think. So yes, I'm really excited to read that book. So it's like a dark academia book. The next book, which I've already read this book for this month because it's like February 6th, 5th, 6th, something like that. Ethic 6. If you've watched my channel, watch my Playing With Me's, you know Ethic, the series. There are 6 books in this series. It's like one of my favorite series. The entire series was a 5-star for me, and I absolutely love this book. But this book is written by Ashley Antoinette. She is also the wife of Jaquavius Coleman, and they do write some books together. But this is an urban fiction book, and I cannot wait to get into my February reading wrap up to talk about this. I feel like I should talk about this series in a video by itself. That's how good it is. But yes, we've already read this, but yes, this book is basically about and I'm not gonna, of course, tell any spoilers, but basically about, well, I'm just gonna say the series is about a guy named Ethic who used to be like in the streets, you know, doing illegal activities, if you will, but he's laid that side of his life down. He's trying to be a family man. He has a adopted daughter. He adopted from, it was his ex-girlfriend's sister, baby sister, and she passed away, so he adopted her. And then he has an older daughter and then a son who was his ex-girlfriend's. So he has 3 children. And basically early on in the series, his oldest daughter get raped. He goes to avenge her rape, and he ends up killing a little girl by accident, and he calls the cops. And long story short, he ends up beating her mother, and they fall in love. And it's so many ups and downs in that, because I mean, he killed her daughter. But this series is so good. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of this. But this was the last book in that series, so yes, I did read that this month. So next we have Legendborn, and this is a fantasy book. Okay, Legendborn by Tracy Dion. This is a fantasy book. Basically, the girl, her Bree Matthews, her mother dies in a car accident, and she doesn't want to be with her family anymore or anything like that. So she goes to a school for like bright high schoolers or something, and then she sees like a magical attack. So it's definitely some type of fantasy situation going on, which I'm super excited for to read that. Next we have Cool Awkward Black, which is basically a bunch of short stories written by a bunch of authors. It's like so many. But like a bunch of short stories talking about like nerds and geeks and things like that. I believe it's definitely YA, but it's super cute. Look how cute the cover is. So yes, excited to read that one. And let's see, I think I've covered. All right, the next one we have is from Talia Hibbert. It is called Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. This is some type of romance book. It says Bradley meets it's pretty much perfect. He's the star football player, and he manages his OCD, and he comes out on top in all his classes except the one he shares with Celine Bangura, who apparently used to be his best friend, but then he felt like he was too, I guess he grew out of her or something. He felt like he was too cool to be around her, and then they started hating each other. So this sounds like it's going to be enemies to lovers, in my opinion. I don't know, but yeah, there's that one. And next we have Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. This book, it says, it's basically Will's older brother, Sean, has been shot dead. Will feels the sadness so great he can't explain, but in his neighborhood there are the rules. So basically he's going to seek revenge for his brother's death. But bullets miss. You can get the wrong guy, and there's always someone else who knows to follow the rules. So it's very, and this book, it's like written like poetry. So it's very interesting. So it's written like little snippets of poetry, but it's like one book, which is very interesting to me. So I'm really excited to read that book. And last but not least, we have Nikki Turner. No, not Nikki Turner. The Bank Sisters by Nikki Turner. And this book is based about 4 sisters who their mother abandoned them, so their grandmother took them in and took care of them. And she passed away. She passes away, and unbeknownst to them, she leaves all the money to the church, as well as her house to the church. So the church tells them they have to get out unless they come up with the money for however much the house is worth. But not only that, one of the sisters owes $60,000 to a very dangerous man. So they have to come up and devise a plan to get the money, pay off the man, and I guess acquire the house. So we'll see. And because it's called Bank Sisters, I'm thinking they're gonna rob a bank. I don't know, but that's definitely going to be interesting. So yes, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like my video and like my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.